This is good. Oh man, it's one of those songs, one of those BTS songs that just kicks you in the reality hole. Hello humans, my name is Comedian, but I won't tell anyone if you don't. Today I'm continuing my Agust D D2 EP mixtape album life coaching session reaction series. I've been reacting to them completely higgledy-piggledy piecemeal. I did Date with Her like 4 years ago and then recently started doing the rest. Did Strange first. It's chronological and me Venn diagram. Separate, like cartoon boobies you might draw as a child. Thanks to everyone who's been enjoying this series so far and who's been requesting this. Make sure you subscribe to check out the rest of this, and make sure you go to my Patreon and sign up if you want to, where they've got Run BTS and Bon Voyage reactions on there, and it's a grand old time. Anyway, I've been absolutely loving this album so far. It's pretty great. Is seminal a word? I don't know. It's great. Let's get to this right now. Ooh, if the beat is as tasty as last time, I'm going to be in for a treat. A beaty treat. A treaty beat. Beat treat. Some like Skrillexy vocal chops. High-pitched mouse farts music. This makes me want to put a backpack and like a rainbow baseball cap on and just go marching out into the world like, hello world. Ooh, okay. Existential already. The word I uttered lowly looking at the night view that's so different from the room with lights off. Interesting. At first, I thought he meant like looking outside with the lights off is different from looking outside with the lights on, and I was like, yeah, I guess that's something to do with like light pollution, I think. What I think he's actually getting at is that the view of the inside with the lights off is very different from the view of the outside with the lights off, which really taps into a whole existential, naturistic crisis I've been having recently, which is that I basically realized that I spent the majority of my 20s not being outside, and that has been very detrimental to my just life, mental health. I mean, humans, we were born outside and created outside. We're probably supposed to be outside. Whenever I go outside, I'm like, the fresh air, the light, it just immediately changes my mood. And yet, many days I don't even make it outside. I sit here in my cave. I'm sad. Click. I'm scared. Click. Ooh. Wow, I mean, how does that make the rest of us feel? If a man who was in one of the most famous popular bands in the whole world is wondering where his dreams went, where does that leave the rest of us? Sugar, please stop. This is good. This is good. Oh man, it's one of those songs, one of those BTS songs that just kicks you in the reality hole. Just straight, just... Oh man. Becoming an adult who's grasping a dream feels overwhelming. Yes, it does. This apparently is my dream. I'm grasping it. And it causes me, like... I spend so much time, energy I could probably spend making more videos or just enjoying life or relaxing, thinking about what I'm doing, or why I'm doing it, what it means, how long I can keep it up for. It is overwhelming because the more you chase your dream and the closer you get, the more you realize that the dream sometimes is the chase, you know? The chase is like maybe the best bit. I think it's expressing quite well that sentiment of like everything's changed and yet nothing has, which just sounds like a kind of throwaway wishy-washy comment, but that is kind of what aging is like. That is a fascinating concept because he said, you know, I wanted a life that's so-so. I think a lot of celebrities kind of talk about this. Like, I feel like, I don't know if it was him, but definitely at least one of the members in a video I saw talked about how, I think it was the Rise of Bangtan series, which I'll have to get back to, but they were talking about how it was footage of them when they were younger, and they were talking about how, you know, they'd love to like have a wife, have kids when they're older. And that was when they were like 20, and obviously the career they've chosen has made that like very hard, or at least it's made it, you know, complicated and just very outside of the normal aspect of like a relationship and stuff like that. So I think that aspect has gone in there. And also this, living without worries for just a day, living without concern for just a day. Like, one of my happiest years and most carefree years was the year abroad I did at university in America. And although in almost every single way I've matured since then, developed since then, I'm very glad I'm not the same person. Like, it would be nice to go back to, like, just being carefree for one day. Like, oh, it's not good to be in a bubble your whole life, but it'd be nice just to have one day in a year where you don't think about outside stress, or you just kind of live in the moment. That feels harder as you get older, really, living in the moment. I think it's kind of sad almost that, for me and a lot of people, you equate becoming an adult with just losing happiness almost, or just losing a childish sense of the world, losing the ability to kind of look at the world in a bright light, look at it in an optimistic light. I wonder how much of that comes down to the society we live in versus our actual inner beings. Ooh. And that lyric almost slipped past me, like, because it means a lot just by itself, but I'm breathing, but my heart feels like it's broken. That's obviously also a play on words. Physiologically speaking, to do with the respiratory system, I'm breathing, but my heart feels like it's broken. Ooh, thank goodness that biology lesson came back to me. The heart helps with the breathing. No, that's the lungs. God damn it. Wait, am I talking about my arse? Well, I guess that is the link he's going for. That was almost embarrassing. It was embarrassing. It was almost very, very embarrassing. But obviously, the heart is linked to breath, you know, lungs, oxygen, heartbeat, veins. This is all coming back now. Veins, oxygen, arteries, away, veins, very much towards some kind of a word association like that. But yeah, this is a really good line, because I think it shows like the weight of like fear and anxiety and also depression at the same time, like being alive while you don't feel alive. Okay, as with many of the songs on this mixtape, short but very sweet. Well, bittersweet, really. Yeah. Oh, man. It's one of those BTS songs where I start all chipper like, ooh, I'm a comedian, ooh. And then the song starts and I'm just like, just, you know, suddenly knees weak, shoulders heavy, the battery's flashing on my camera already. It's, yeah. Okay. Sugar, thanks for that. I don't know if I needed that. Like, I have to go and edit these videos now. I don't know if that was the pick-me-up I quite needed. But, you know, I'm also very glad that people are singing about this kind of thing. You know, how many songs on the radio were like, about to turn 30, existential dread, la 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 la. Like, not many songs are like that. And I really do think, I've been thinking about this a lot recently, maybe because I'm, you know, doing it a lot recently, but I think aging is something that society really has to come to terms with and has to, like, stop stigmatizing. Like, ageism as well as one of the huge isms, will be one of the last isms to be addressed, if ever, I think. There's so much as society in general that is harmful to do with aging, and also just our view on life and what we have to do to be an adult, what it means to be an adult, adult. Ads. There's so much that is wrong with it, but I think Sugar is kind of captured a lot of those feelings in this song. I like it a lot. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction as well. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, and comment. Let me know if you want to keep seeing more of these D2 reactions. And check out my Patreon if you want some, a change of scene from this kind of downer song. I got some Run BTS and Bon Voyage reactions on there, and those are usually very uplifting and fun. Thank goodness. Anyway, hope you guys are having a lovely day. I'll see you soon. Bye 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 bye. And remember, if you like this reaction to 28, then click the subscribe button because my videos are great. My mum said so.